This is my lightsaber collection. Right here I've got these 3 lightsabers, and up above, this is my Photon Phaser. I'll talk about that in a bit, but first, these are my 3 lightsabers. Now, these two, this one and this one, they were made by Force Effects, this company called Force Effects, but then apparently they lost their license, and they stopped making lightsabers. And so this one down here, this one was made by some other company that picked up on the work after Force Effects was out of the business. Now, this one this is my personal favorite of all the Star Wars lightsabers. This one here, this is the Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. This is the one that he builds, and which you see him use it the first time in the movie, when the movie was first released. You see him use it for the first time on the sail barge when he's fighting against Jabba's goons. And from what I understand, there's also a deleted scene, which I have seen on YouTube, which shows Luke putting together the lightsaber and igniting it. And that was originally was going to be shown before the sail barge scene, of course. But for some reason they cut the lightsaber scene from the film, and they've been showing it on conventions. In the later edition of Return of the Jedi, where they added some deleted scenes, they did not add in that particular scene. So the only place you see it is in conventions or on YouTube, as some people have put it up. Now this one down below, this is Darth Vader's lightsaber. This is the one you see him use in all 3 of the movies of the trilogy, the episodes 4, 5, and 6. It's a red lightsaber, as we all know, all you Star Wars fans. And it plays an important role in Darth Vader. He has defeated some of the best Jedi in lightsaber combat. So this was his signature lightsaber, his signature red lightsaber. And down below, right here, this is the Anakin/Luke lightsaber. A lot of people, this is their favorite. I personally prefer the one that Luke built himself, the green one, but that's just me. This is the one that Anakin Skywalker built and used. You see him use it through in the prequel. You see him use this one up until he loses it in his duel with Obi-Wan Kenobi. That after dismembering Anakin, you see Obi-Wan Kenobi, he goes and retrieves this lightsaber, and then years later he passes it down to Luke, and Luke uses it until he gets his hand cut off by Vader, and that is when he loses it and has to build this one, the replacement, my favorite. So these are the lightsabers, and as I said, I talk about this is my Photon Phaser. This Photon Phaser here, this is used in this laser tag type game. It's actually the first laser tag type game called Photon, where you'd put on a helmet and chest plate and you'd score points by shooting at opponents and hitting their helmet, or actually it was reverse infrared technology, that the helmet and chest plates sent out a constant infrared signal. You had to actually catch it in the phaser and pull the trigger. That's how you'd score a point. But yeah, that was the first laser tag game, invented by this man, George Carter. He got the idea when he saw the first Star Wars film, as a matter of fact. So this Photon Phaser has actually been, if it weren't for Star Wars, we wouldn't have had Photon. So George Lucas, he helped create Photon, even if it was indirectly. But when the first Star Wars movie came out in the late 70s, that's when George Carter, he went and saw it. And he was inspired by those laser fights that they had in the corridors of the Death Star, where they were shooting at each other with the blasters, and he thought what it would be like if you were able to do that in real life, to actually join in on the laser fights. And that's where he got the idea of Photon. And Photon, which didn't get started until the 80s because the technology just wasn't there, but it consists of running around in a maze and scoring against your opponents. There's red and green helmets, those are the 2 teams, and you'd be wearing either a red or green helmet, depending on what team you're on, and you would score points by shooting your other teammates. Or not by shooting your teammates, that's actually how you would lose points, but by shooting people who are on the opposite team, that's how you gain points. But yeah, friendly fire, if you shoot one of your own teammates, you lose points, and if you get shot, friend or foe, you also lose points. And you get the most points by shooting down the enemy base. So that's the story on Photon. Now, as for these lightsabers, With these first two, I had them converted by this company called Lightsabers. I took the blades off and I sent them in, and Lightsabers, they gave me stronger blades which are removable, and brighter blades. And this one down here, the Anakin / Luke lightsaber, I have not yet had this one converted, although I plan to. Once I save the cash, I will send this into Lightsabers and get this one converted as well. But yeah, this is these are converted lightsabers, and what you can do with these is that they come with the blade that Lightsabers gives you, and I'll show you. The blade, it fits in like this, and then you can tighten it up. So it goes in like this, and then you activate it as such. Now, some people have gotten a kick out of it when I hit stuff with this. As some of the responses to my earlier video, people thought it was really funny when I would hit stuff. I was demonstrating how strong these are, and if you enjoy that, I'll appease you. There, hit this table with it. See how strong it is? You're enjoying this? Getting a kick out of this? There. There. That was really hard. That just shows you how strong these blades are. So I know probably a lot of people are probably laughing really hard right now where I just beat up the table. So yeah, that's shows you just how strong these are. And for those of you who think it's funny when I hit stuff, I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, this is a review of my lightsabers. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.